Immigration. Few words can ruin a family dinner faster than that. Say it in the wrong room and you're suddenly either a heartless racist or you want to tear down every single border and let 300 million people move in tomorrow. Immigration in America isn't just politics. It's the story of who we let in, who we keep out, and who we become in the process. But right now, the way we talk about it feels like we're living in two different Americas, with two completely different versions of reality. On one channel, the story goes like this. Immigrants are the backbone of America. We are literally a nation of immigrants, from Irish to Italian to Jewish to Mexican to Syrian. Every wave made America stronger. Here, immigration is framed as empathy. These are families fleeing violence, kids searching for opportunity, workers ready to contribute. Borders are seen as outdated lines on a map, relics of a world that should evolve, but has not yet. And to restrict immigration is to betray our own history. And when someone says, we've had enough immigrants, it sounds like they're really saying, we've had enough of people who don't look like me. Think about Ellis Island for a second. More than 12 million immigrants passed through between 1892 and 1954. They arrived poor, spoke broken English. They were often hated by the locals, Italians, Irish, Jews. All of them were branded undesirable at the time. Does that sound familiar? Now compare that to today's border, 2.4 million migrant encounters in just 2023 alone. Instead of one processing hub in New York Harbor, we've got an overwhelmed southern border stretching 2,000 miles. But same story, different characters. But the fear and the hostility is eerily familiar. Flip the channel and the story sounds totally different. It's not about race. It's about survival. Borders mean sovereignty. If you have no borders, you have no country. The U.S. is being flooded with millions of people who strain schools, hospitals, housing, and public safety in general. This feels less like immigrants looking for a better life and, to join the American dream, and more like an invasion. Immigration is no longer about people looking for opportunity. It's become about erasing tradition. It's become about replacement. To one side, immigrants symbolize the American dream reborn. To the other, they've become a symbol of the American dream slipping away. All right, let's start with the case for immigration, because let's be real, America does need immigrants. Nearly 17% of the U.S. workforce is foreign-born. Industries from agriculture to healthcare would absolutely collapse without immigrants. Our birth rate is below replacement level. Without immigrants, the population ages, Social Security collapses, and the tax base shrinks. 55% of US billion-dollar startups were founded by immigrants. Google, Tesla, Moderna. Without immigrants, we don't just lose workers, we lose visionaries, entrepreneurs. Immigration isn't just charity, it's economic survival for us. If you enjoy eating food, using your iPhone, or surviving a hospital visit, you've already benefited from immigration. And remember this, because it's true. Many immigrants are doing jobs Americans flat out refuse to take. Americans aren't lining up to pick strawberries in 105-degree heat. But immigrants are. Okay, let's hop over to the case for caution. And this is where the left usually leaves the conversation. Listen to me when I say this. Not all immigration is equal, and borders do exist for a reason. Open borders means cartels, traffickers, and bad actors slip through with ease. Immigration works when people assimilate into the larger culture, not when parallel societies form that clash with each other every single day. America can't absorb unlimited numbers without straining infrastructure. Even New York and Chicago, sanctuary cities, are struggling under surges of asylum seekers right now. New York City recently declared a state of emergency because they've taken in over 180,000 migrants in the past few years. Schools, shelters, and city budgets are maxed out. Even progressive mayors are saying, we literally cannot take everyone. And I think that's an actual quote from a Democratic mayor. But yeah, This isn't just a red state talking point. It's a real-world pressure test of what happens when immigration isn't managed carefully or properly. Sorry, I got stressed out for a second. My camera is at like 4%. Let's see if we can finish this. The right is correct about this. Immigration policy with no limits is not compassion. It is chaos. Without borders, you don't have a country. But without immigration, you don't have a future. Now, as we always do, let's talk about how both sides are full of shit on this issue. Democrats talk like they want open arms, right? Big ol' warm embrace for everyone. But under Obama, and Biden too, millions were deported. Republicans talk tough on illegal immigration, but quietly, they rely on immigrant labor in farming, construction, and service jobs. Like that immigrant labor is absolutely necessary. Gerrymandering, lobbying, and media outrage turn immigration into a weapon, an absolute campaign cash cow. I truly believe that our immigration system will remain broken because the system profits from us fighting over it. And here's where the system plays us. The left oversimplifies. Just let them all in. The right oversimplifies as well. Shut it all down. Both extremes keep us fighting each other instead of asking, why is the system itself still broken? Republicans paint migrants as villains to rally their base, and Democrats wave the open arms banner to look compassionate and lock down cities of voters. And the people stuck in the middle, both American citizens and immigrants, they're the ones that are paying the price for this. As always, they're the ones getting screwed. Here's a couple really quick truths for you. Every group of immigrants in the U.S. history was once seen as a threat. Every single one. And every single one eventually became American. Without immigrants, our social security system collapses by, I think I read, 2035, like 10 years from now. We literally need young workers to support our aging population. The border crisis isn't just about who's coming in. It's about how unprepared and unwilling our leaders are to actually fix the issue. So maybe instead of asking, should we let them in or should we keep them out? The better question is, how do we manage this in a way that's both compassionate and practical? Because immigrants, they aren't villains, but they also aren't saints. They're just human beings, like me and like you. And just like Ellis Island over 100 years ago, they're forcing us to answer the same question. What kind of country do we want to be in? One that fears its future, or one that's going to actually build it? We got to get our ish together and figure this out because the systems ain't working the way it's supposed to right now.